Kenma's kitty. Hello my fellow kittens. Back at it with part 2 of the Wallflower. Bakudeku. Thinking. Action. Text. Call. Prolonged. Onto the story. Full stop. Full stop. Full stop. Full stop. Full stop. After all the students got on the bus, they headed toward the USJ. Once they arrived at their destination, all of them entered inside the arena. As they looked around, the students couldn't help but be in awe of their surroundings. Kirishima. Wow, UA really knows how to go all out. Denki. Yeah, they even hired fake villains for us. Aizawa. Eyes widened. Problem children, those are real villains. Izuku. Real villains? Scared. Katsuki. Notices how scared Izuku looks. Stay beside me, nerd. Izuku. Okay. Clings onto Katsuki's arm again. Shigaraki. You told me All Might would be here. I don't see him. Kurogiri. The boss said he'd be here. Shigaraki. I don't like being lied to. Scratch his neck. Maybe he'll come if we kill his precious students. Bring out the nomu. As the nomu was released, the students were teleported to different areas of the arena. Izuku, Katsuki, and Denki were teleported to the part where they were standing on the stone and there was rocks everywhere. When they teleported, Izuku ended up landing on top of Katsuki. Katsuki. Are you okay? Izuku. Yeah. I should be asking you that though. Katsuki. I'm fine. You're pretty light anyway. Izuku. HMPH. I'm not. Pouts. Katsuki. Laughs. Yes you are. Denki. Hey, lovebirds, we have a bigger problem to deal with. Katsuki. You're lucky I'm not blasting you for that comment. Izuku. Thinking. Does that mean that he doesn't like me? Dabi. Grabs Izuku away from Katsuki and holds him in a headlock. Katsuki. Izuku. Izuku. Kachon. Katsuki. Grits teeth. Let go of him. Dabi. Take one step closer and I'll blast him. Shows flame in his hand. Izuku. Eyes widened as he attempts to break free of his grasp. Dabi. Brings the flame closer to Izuku since he's resisting. Katsuki. Stop it. I can't use my quirk because I might hit Izuku. Damn it. Izuku. Kachon. Denki. Thinking. I have to do something. As Katsuki was keeping Dobi busy with just spouting words at him, Denki managed to get right up to Dobi. When he did, Denki used his electricity to zap Dobi, making sure Izuku didn't get hurt in the process. Though the second that Denki used his quirk, the downfall was that he wouldn't be any more use for a while. Izuku. Thanks Denki. Smiles. Denki. Hee. Thumbs up. Katsuki. Izuku. Izuku. Eyes widened. Kachon. Katsuki. Thank God you're safe. Wraps his arms around him in a hug. Izuku. Blushes. Yeah. Hugs back. Denki. Hee. Katsuki. We have to take care of him now. Izuku. Looks like it. We should find the others. Katsuki had Izuku grab a hold of Denki and then Izuku held onto Katsuki's waist. Now Katsuki could blast toward the entrance. Kurogiri was currently still in front of the entrance, but Aida had managed to make it out of there to go get help. After landing back on the ground, Izuku and Katsuki couldn't believe the sight they were witnessing. Aizawa was currently being attacked by a nomu and it wasn't going well. Izuku gasps. Oh no, he's getting hurt badly. Katsuki. Take Dunce face to a safe area, nerd. I'll take care of the nomu. Izuku. But Kachon, are you sure? Katsuki. Yes, go now Izuku. It was then Izuku knew that Katsuki was being serious. He nods as he takes Denki with him to an area where he didn't see any villains at all and they hid. Izuku was in awe of how strong everyone already was with their quirks. Especially Aiza. No one knew the power that the nomu withheld. So Aizawa put up a great fight against the nomu. Katsuki was amazing to watch as well. He already had really good control of his quirk at his age. It didn't take long for Katsuki to defeat the nomu. Of course when he did that was when Aida showed up with the pro heroes as well as All Might. Katsuki ran over to Izuku once it was over. Shigaraki. No, that's not possible. The nomu was supposed to kill All Might. Kurogiri. Boss, I think that it's time we disappear. All Might. Not so fast. Dobi. Too late now. We're out of here. Shigaraki. We'll have our fun with you next time, All Might. Toga. It was real fun getting to know these kids. I'll see you around, sweet cheeks. Kisses Eureka's cheek before she leaves with the villains. Eureka blushes. Huh. What just happened? Katsuki. Are you okay, nerd? Izuku. Yeah, I'm okay. You were awesome, Kachon. Katsuki. Ears turn red. Huh? Oh, thanks, nerd. How's Pikachu over there? Denki. Oh, I'm better now thanks to Izuku. Katsuki. Hey, I helped too. Denki. Did you really? He did. He had me take you to safety. Denki. Oh wow. But Hugo does care. Katsuki. Shut up, dunce face. The villains unfortunately escaped after the pro heroes arrived. Now they were gathering up all the injured people and the villains that weren't able to escape with the League of Villains. All Might came over to the students after that. All Might. Are you kids okay? Izuku. Eyes light up. Oh my god, you're All Might. All Might. Chuckles. Yes, I am. I don't think I've seen you in this class before. Izuku. Right. I'm not in the hero course. I'm a part of the support course. I don't have a quirk. All Might. Oh, that's too bad. You seem to have held your own out there. Izuku. Oh my god. Kachon, did you hear that? All Might complimented me. Shakes Katsuki's arm. Katsuki. Nerd, don't yell in my ear. Yes, I heard. Izuku. Sorry, I just can't believe it. He's been my favorite hero since I was little. Katsuki. That's cute. Izuku. Huh? Katsuki. Nothing, let's help the others. After the incident, they headed back to UA. Classes were cancelled for a week after the villain attack happened. The principal figured that would give everyone enough time to recover after what happened. Izuku and Katsuki ended up hanging out the whole time during the break. They were definitely getting a lot closer. When school was back in session, they were all expecting it to be a different teacher for a while. They weren't expecting Aizawa to already return. With Izuku. Tomoki. Are you sure you're okay? Izuku. Yeah. Kachon helped me a lot after the villain attack. Tomoki. You and him have been getting close, huh? Izuku. Oh yeah, we have. Tomoki. You like him, don't you? Izuku. Huh? I am. Laughs awkwardly. Would it be okay if I did? Tomoki. Smiles. He might be scary to me, but if he's nice to you and you like him, then it's okay. Izuku. Hugs Tomoki. Thank you. Tomoki. Chuckles as he hugs back. You should get to class. Izuku. Oh right. Okay, bye Aki. Power loader. Alright, so the hero class will be going to training camp in a couple of days. In the meantime we can start improving their support items further. May. Yay. My class won't be ready for the new ones I've designed. Izuku. Laughs. That's for sure. It was the day that Katsuki and the others were leaving for training camp now, and Izuku was pouting as the rest of class 1A was getting on the bus. Katsuki noticed Izuku pouting and he playfully punched his arm. Izuku. Kachon. Whines as he rubs his arm. Katsuki. That didn't hurt you, nerd. Izuku. Okay, fine. It didn't. Katsuki. Smiles. I have to go. Izuku. I know. Frowns. Katsuki. It's only a week. Izuku. I know, but we've been hanging out a lot and I'm going to miss you. Katsuki. I'll miss you too, nerd. I'm going to give you something to remember me by. Izuku. Huh? Katsuki cups Izuku's cheek in his hand, before he leaned in and pressed his lips against Izuku's. Izuku's eyes widened, but as he realized what was happening he kissed Katsuki back, letting his arms wrap around Katsuki's neck. Katsuki. Pulls back with a smirk. Wait for me to get back, okay? As Katsuki left to get on the bus, Izuku stood there with a shocked look on his face. His crush literally just kissed him even though he was going to be leaving for a week. Izuku. Thinking. He's so dead for leaving me here by myself now. After the bus had disappeared, Izuku went back home. The week had taken so long to be over with and now it was the end of the week. Izuku was thrilled that he'd be able to see Katsuki again. Though as everyone stepped out of the bus and he didn't see Katsuki, he froze. As Izuku noticed the looks on the other students' faces, he frowns knowing that something bad must have happened. Izuku. Where is he? Where is Kachon? Kirishima. Where's sorry Izuku-kun? Izuku. What? Denki. He got taken by the League of Villains. Grits teeth. Izuku. He what? He feels his eyes start to water. We're getting him back, right? Kirishima. We plan to. Clench his fist. Todoroki. We'll get him back. Meanwhile with Katsuki. The League of Villains had him all chained up so that he wouldn't be able to use his quirk. He had already struggled enough trying to break free of them, but it was no use. Everything he tried was useless, considering he couldn't even do anything with his hands right now. Kurogiri. So tell me again why we need this kid? Shigaraki. He'd be perfect as a villain. I mean, you saw him at the sports festival, right? Toga. Well, I don't know about you, but I would really love to cut him up. Smirks. Shigaraki. Don't touch him, Toga. We need him on our side. Dabi. He's training to be a hero. Do you really think he'd join us? Shigaraki. TSK. Take off his muzzle. Kurogiri. Alright. Takes off his muzzle. Shigaraki. Walks over to Katsuki as he smirks. What do you say, kid? How about you join us? Katsuki. I have a better idea. How about you go step into traffic? Dabi. PFT. Laughs. You're right, I like this kid. Katsuki. Rolls eyes. I'm not joining you. Shigaraki. We'll just see about that. Let's go ahead and remove his restraints. Dabi. He's just going to fight when you do. Shigaraki. It's fine, we have our own quirks to deal with that. Dabi. Twice. You do it. Twice. And why do I have to be the one to do it? Dabi. Either you do it or you could get the wrath of my quirk. Twice. Okay, I'll do it. Twice walked over to Katsuki and began to remove his restraints. When he finally got them off, Katsuki stood up and immediately shot off his quirk at them. Katsuki. You probably should have listened to this one here. Now you have to deal with me. Activates quirk. Shigaraki. Oh come on Bakugo, don't you think you'd be better off with us? Katsuki. No, not at all. Now if you want me to listen to you, you better get on your knees and beg for it. Because I'm going back home. Dabi. He must have to get back to that boy toy of his. After that was said, Katsuki was fuming with anger. He then tosses explosions at the villains. Mainly aiming for one in particular. Eventually, he managed to pin Dobi on the ground as he was about to throw more fire at him. The wall was smashed through. All Might. I am here. Now give us back young Bakugo. Dabi. You can have him back. We don't need him. Katsuki. TSK. You're only saying that because you lost extra. Dabi. I swear I will blast you into the next century. Katsuki. TSK. I'd like to see you try. All Might. Young Bakugo, it's time for you to get out of here. I'll deal with these goons. After that, a fight between All Might and the League of Villains began. Though All Might had to hold back a little with Katsuki being there. Suddenly, there was a crash through the wall. Aida, Todoroki, and Kirishima were involved in that. Todoroki propelled them into the air with his quirk. Once they were a good amount away from the action, Kirishima called out to Katsuki. Katsuki, you idiots. Grins. All Might ended up winning the battle between All for One that night. Kirishima, Aida, Todoroki and Katsuki ended up making it back to UA in one piece. As the four of them walked up to their school, Kirishima turned to Bakugo. Kirishima. Izuku-kun has been worried about you. Katsuki. I figured he probably would be. Thanks man for everything. Kirishima. Of course. Now go see Izuku. Katsuki nods before he turns to go inside the school. Izuku was pacing around inside when Katsuki had walked over to him. Katsuki. Hey nerd. Izuku. Turns around and his eyes go wide. Izuku immediately wrapped his arms around Katsuki. He could feel the tears roll down his cheeks as he felt Katsuki's arms wrap around him in return. Katsuki was okay, and that's what really mattered. Katsuki. I'm okay nerd. I'm okay. Izuku. Thank God. I was so worried. I'm happy you're okay. Katsuki. Then stop crying nerd. Izuku. Wipes his tears as he smiles at Katsuki. Full stop. Full stop. End of part 2. Thanks for watching.